live again. Part 2, Epic Eckmuhl. Part 1 was recorded earlier today. Today is Monday, February 20th. I did not live stream it. Watch that video to learn more of why I did that. Now, this is, again, part 2, about 5 o'clock, same day. And whereas I used a particular dice method in part 1, the mad scientist that I am, or mix of lunatic, changing it again. It worked well enough, but the dice rolls and odds wise, really each section had an equal opportunity of being activated. But for some reason, I was just not getting any twos. Long story short, which meant hardly anybody either side was able to activate in the center. Really odd, really weird. But that's how it turned out. So scratch that, and I've got a tried and true, yet another way of doing this. And for God's sakes, you could just play it the way it's meant to be played, but we all know that just isn't the case here. So what I have is chits, 3, 4, 5 blue chits. That's 3 chits, numbered 3, 4, and 5 for the French, and a number 3, a number 4, and a number 5 for the Austrians, with corresponding chits for the French and Austrians in a cup. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. You will draw a chit. The chit drawn will tell you which section and which side. Once you've done that, you will have everybody that's within command can activate, and those that are not in command will have to roll to activate. Now, how do you determine if you're in command or not? Again, broken record. Check Board Game Geek core commands and colors game file section, and you'll see a download called Shake and Bake with about 2 pages of flavor rules. Among those rules are some command rules, very straightforward, very simple. If you're within 3 hexes of a leader, good to go. If you're more than 3 hexes from a leader, unit-wise, you will need to roll to activate. We'll see how that works. Still using the taking fire or stress markers, then units can be broken, which will need to rally. Any additional things? Leaders, an attached unit with an attached leader may re-roll 1 miss during melee. And a unit with an attached leader that is trying to rally can re-roll 1 failed rally attempt. We are also dealing with facing and wheeling. Also a bonus for flank attacks. And that's where it ends. That's it. Could have gone further. You could have argued work in line and column, blah, blah, blah. But didn't do it. And there's a reason for that. And watch the other video where I go into more depth on why that is. So here we go. Look to be a more equal distribution for both sides this way, and that's kind of needed, I think. So first unit to activate is Austrians. 3, 4, 5 means, bless me, let's put this here. Austrian right. So let's just take a look at the Austrian right and deal with that. Heavily wooded section. See what we can do with the Austrian right. Everything this way. We will keep these guys in the town, keep these guys here, and I believe we should keep these guys here. No, I take that back. Let's move them where they were within 3 hexes of a leader, so they're good. I think most of these units are. It will be atypical for a unit to be more than 3 hexes away from a leader. These guys will fire. These guys will conduct melee. These guys should move into the wooded area if that is logistically possible. It's getting kind of cramped in here. So they will move into this wooded hex and conduct melee without knocking over a tree. Think I can do it? This should be a Grenzer unit that is doing this. So there's that. Oh, there goes a tree. First shot of the game, right? Didn't take too long, did it? Those little skinny, tall Italian trees. The trees are like dominoes. You knock one over, you usually get a couple more in the process. So leave it alone. Good enough. Mark them, and these are, let's see, full strength units. Did not move these guys. I will do so now. So a reminder that these Austrian line units have a beginning strength of 5, which is more than the French, who start with a 4 strength. They will have nothing to fire at, so they're done. These guys will move up 1 and conduct moving range fire. Were they within 3 hexes of a leader? I don't think they were. Or were they? 1, 2, 3. Yes, they were. So they're good. They were just within range. Where did I come up with the 3 hexes? That is listed in Generals, Marshals, Tacticians, I believe. Or Generals, Marshals, Tactics. These guys will conduct melee. And I think that's all I can do. That's enough, right? Yes. So now I need to... all kinds of stuff we got to do here. Let's start with... it's going to be a little lot of back and forth here. Everything I need chart-wise is on that side of the table. We'll start with this fresh Austrian line unit. That's going to be 5 dice. And we're going to want 1s, 2s, or 6s. And it looks like that French line unit can only suffer 1 more hit, which will knock it out, and it's gone. We got at least 1 hit there, so he's done. Another victory banner for the Austrians. So there's that. Let's get a victory banner here. Victory banner. A victory banner. We need an area to place these guys. I guess we'll put them right here. Let's get said victory banner. There we go. It's now 3 Austrian victory banners to 4 French victory banners. Who's next? Who is next? Let's do... we've got... I had this artillery. No, they can't move and fire, so they're done. That leaves Grenadier, full strength Grenadier unit versus... is that yet another 1 strength French unit? For God's sakes. This is terrible. This is not good. Austrian Grenadier melee full strength. 5 dice. Are they in woods? Yes. So that drops it to 4 dice. They're still going to get eliminated. 4 dice, 1s, 2s, 5s. And it's over. Oh, yeah, 2 5s. He's gone. I didn't see any 1s or 2s, so I got excited, but there were 2 5s in there, so he's done. We need to roll for a commander casualty. This is ridiculous. How did these units go so quickly? Don't understand. Commander casualty roll, another victory banner. Austrians now tied with the French in victory banners. And how many do you need again? You're going to need 17 of these little guys for victory. So we got a ways to go here unless somebody goes on a run. Kind of like the Austrians are doing now. Place these without them getting knocked off. Put that away, put that away. What are we doing? Rolling for commander casualty. 2 5s and he's gone. We got a 6 and a 2. He's good. He'll back up and attach to this French line unit here. but we need to make it look like that. So let's scoochy. These guys were gonna battle the unit that just got eliminated, so instead they will simply move here. Bless America, another tree down. And it's Grinzers, conduct melee. Was there a tree there? I can't even remember. Now I gotta figure that out. Oh, melee there. Let's see where that tree goes. I'm a mess. 1, 2, skip. Skip 1. Yes, there was a tree there. 1. So that means 2, 1, 2. Yep, tree there. So we need to put that back. Another fallen tree. Jesus. This wooded area has really become problematic as far as maneuvering troops around. Put this guy here. How many trees will we knock over putting this tree here? None? Fair enough. Okay, what is that, Austrian Light? Austrian Light can move 1 in battle or 2 in not battle. Light infantry and melee is full strength is 4 dice. However, we're battling into the woods, so now it's 3 dice. Nothing, 1 hit. So got lucky on that one at least. Drops from 4 to 3. And actually, I think we're supposed to be rolling for commander wipeout every time a unit takes a hit, but I haven't been doing that. I may not. Then we have moving ranged fire for these guys, which I believe is 2. So let's roll for them. Moving ranged fire on Austrian line is in fact 2 dice. Are we firing into woods? No. What do we get? We got nothing. Fine with me. 3 and a 4 is nothing when firing at infantry. Then we have 2 strength line unit conducting melee against the same unit. 2 strength, 2 dice. Or is it 2 strength line unit melee? Is 2 dice, yes. 2 hits. I think we got another eliminated unit. I'm not sure what just happened, but the Austrians, yep, he's gone, have just weeded out a lot of French from this area. I don't understand. I mean, there's only 3 units left. I think they just eliminated like half the units that were there. This is not good for the French. Put these back. Another victory banner for the Austrians, who have now surpassed the French in victory bannerage. That's the Austrian turn. Wow. It's a complete wipeout. The other thing with conducting things in this manner is a game shouldn't last near as long as it typically would. Because we're activating more units in one go. Back to the center there. Let's draw another chit. Could be the Austrians again. We don't know. Statistically, we're going to draw, more likely to draw a French one. And we do. This is center, French center. 4, see? 4 here. Center. And let's just take care of the center then. A well-neglected center, considering last go-round, the first round. So these guys are content being here. These guys are not. Move them 1. I tried to anyway. and possibly conduct moving ranged fire. We'll lose something for firing on the ridge. There's one. Same deal here. One. That will also be moving ranged fire. And same here. Looks like we have artillery we'll be firing at. Is that still center? Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the center here. Cavalry. Another knocked over tree for horse artillery can move 2 and not battle, so let's do that. 1, 2. He'll be done. And he was within 3. This cavalry is still going to hang back. Let's go a little bit over here. 2 and not battle, right? 1, 2. He's done. That is light infantry. Yeah, 2 and not battle. Foot artillery, 1 and not battle. He's done. And 3 more units. 1 hex. Nobody in range. He'll be done. 1 hex. Nobody in range. He'll be done. And finally, 1 hex. And he's done. I'm probably blocking the camera. My deepest apologies and sympathies. I can't say sorry enough. Cavalry, let's just pull them up a little bit, eh? They're a little too far back, so let's take care of that. 1 there, 1 there. Crosshairs, what are we talking here, huh? 1 in battle, 2 in not battle, 2 it is, 1, 2. Just get them up there a little bit more than they were. A little too far back. Let's move that commander with. This guy's on the cusp. He'll move as well. I like that better. So let's conduct fire on the couple 1, 2, 3 units that can do that. Starting with line unit here. It's going to be 1 die on all these. Moving range fire on a ridge. 1 die. It is nothing. Those guys stayed where they are, but they did not fire. I didn't mark them, so they will fire. With 4 dice, drops to 3 because of the ridge. We get there, 2 hits and a retreat. Retreat can be ignored. They'll drop from a 5 to a 3 and add taking fire marker. Complete. Another knocked over tree. I think I've knocked over at least 6 trees now. This guy's going to be, oh Lord, he's on a fortified, what is that nonsense? Hill with field works. It's still just -1, so what's the difference? I'm missing something. It's -1 if you're on a hill. It has more of a movement factor effect, I guess. So 1 die there. Needing a 4, probably not going to get that. Nope. Got a 6, but he'll ignore that because he has support. And same deal. Right here, needing a 4. We got it. Look at that 4 we just got. What is the starting strength of Austrian foot? That's 3. He'll drop to 2 with a taken fire marker. Just like that. What else? Was that it for the French center? I think it is. I believe so. Mildred, is that it? She says yes. Okay. Let's draw our next shit. Will it be the French again? Distinct advantage if it is. It is. French left. If you'll turn your attention to the French left. Not much on the left as Austrians went and had some bloodlust and went nuts. Foot artillery, we'll move them up one. Finished. These guys will fire full strength unit at a unit in the open. These guys will also fire full strength unit firing at a unit in the open. And these fellers will conduct a little melee and get a bonus for the attached commander. Those two cavalry units will move upwards and onwards. Light cavalry, what are we talking? Looking at 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3 it is. And done. And 2. Actually, I can't reach over there from here, but we'll do that. Oh, Lord, I just lost a guy. Now I gotta fix that. You see what happens? I don't know if I can reach from here either. Yeah, I got it over here. I've got to make a quick repair here. There we go. Right here. Were those guys? Yeah, okay. Got to pay attention to command. That's imperative. Pretty sure I'm good on that. And then we had 3 units that could fire, right? French left isn't what it was. Let's go with, instead of me walking over there again, we're going to go with this French unit here will be firing. I'm sorry, conducting melee. They are 3 strength, so 3 dice. And since we have an attached commander, house rule, we roll 1 miss during melee combat. We have a miss. We have 1 hit and 2 misses. We'll re-roll 1 of those and get a hit. So 2 hits. Taking fire marker. What is that? Grinzers start at 4 strength, so they'll drop to 2 strength. Taking fire marker. They will battle back because they're still there. They'll battle back with 2 dice, make that 1 die. And again, I think I forgot to add the woods to the Austrian defense. 1 die, battling back. He gets a hit. That turns them into a 3 strength. That'll turn them to a 2 strength. And another taking fire marker. I think they're now even with 2 strength and 2 taking fire markers, so we're 1 marker away from breaking 2 strength, 2 taking fire markers. There we go. What else did we want to do? Fire. We got 2 full strength French line units firing on a 2 strength Austrian line unit in the open. Firing is 4 dice. We got 1 hit and a flag. We need this. Maybe. We'll use 1 hit and a flag. Yep, he's broken. He's down to 1 strength and he is now broken. No, he's not. 1 hit, right? He's now a 3. With 2 taking fire markers. Next guy. Next guy is 4 dice as well, firing at a unit in the open. I want 1s, 2s. We got 2 hits. Is he gone now? What did I say he was? He's 3 strength, so now he's down to 1 strength. And at this point, he is broken. He has more stress markers than strength points. So he'll have to rally before he can do anything. Does not have an attached commander, so he won't be able to re-roll a failed rally attempt. Again, these little house rules are in the files section. I just uploaded them of the Board Game Geek core Napoleon commands and colors Napoleonic space game file section. Done. All right. God, you drink one beer and then you have indigestion for the next 8 hours. What's next? Actually, it's Mardi Gras, so I've had more beer than I typically would. Hey, John, how's it been? So, it's always a fun time to ask what rules I'm using. A fun time. Essentially, yes, I'm using the commands and colors rules with 2 pages of house rules. These I have uploaded. They're called the shake and bake rules. Again, as I just mentioned, they are uploaded to the commands and colors base game file section at Board Game Geek. You can download them, take a look, use them. But essentially, yes, the core rules with my stress markers. Units can break. You'll need to rally broken units. Leaders, you need to be within 3 hexes to a leader. If you're not, you'll roll to activate. Broken unit with an attached leader can re-roll a failed rally attempt. And a unit with an attached leader may re-roll 1 miss during melee. And I'm also using the facing rules with the wheeling, turning in place, etc. That's it. No, I didn't add line or column or anything like that. So take a look at those if you're interested. These are rules that I've typically used on and off for years. We're drawing another chit, and also this, we're not using cards, as you'll notice. I have the each section for each side numbered and a corresponding chit in a cup. And that'll determine what section and who activates. And then you activate everybody within 3 hexes of a leader. If you're not within 3 hexes, you'll roll to activate. Okay, enough of that. French again? Nope. Austrians are going to have a go, and it'll be the Austrian left flank pushing forward. Austrian left flank pushing forward. What does that mean? That means nobody over here, but these guys will fire, and that probably do much of anything. These guys will fire. Probably should move up. This is where I've gotten in trouble before. These guys will move up and be done. Move up and be done. This leader needs to move. Nope, he's not in the left, so he will stay. What about this leader? He will move here. These guys will move up into the open. Why would we do that when we can move here and have cover? So we'll move there and have cover. No, that didn't seem to be much of a concern with troops during this era. I've already knocked this windmill off once, and I can't believe it didn't break. It fell in such a way that it didn't hurt a thing. Like, it could fall like that 100 times, and only once would it fall where nothing would affect it. These guys, melee. So again, as you can see, we're activating probably more units than we would typically be able to because of this system. Usually it's 1 or 2. Okay, let's go with that. Empire 3. Love painting, huh? I can't agree. I like the end result, but I do not like painting. Right, let's resolve all this stuff. Who's first? Let's go with these guys here. Gonna be 3 dice. Grinzers, make sure, Austrian Grinzers, standing range fire. 3 strength is 4 dice. See, that's why we check things. 4 dice. And what did we just get? 2 hits and a flag. Flag cannot be ignored, so they'll pull back. Or can it be? A French light? Can they ignore anything? Well, yes they can. So they ignore 1 simply because they're French light. And then it drops what? 2? 2, 1. And if you add another taking fire marker, I have more taking fire markers than unit strength, which means broken unit. He will have to rally. And that will cost him his activation. You can't rally and then do anything. You can activate it. So like for instance here, this unit's broken. He'll have to rally, no attached leader. To rally, it's 2 dice 6, 7 or less. Very straightforward. And he's back in business. But that's his action. He's done now. But I feel like that is an important element. Some people will say, well, that's too fiddly. The game, I understand. The game works I'm not trying to improve the game. I'm fiddly and I fiddle with stuff. And if you don't like this, you don't have to use it. I do. Grenadiers melee. Austrian Grenadiers melee. That's going to be, is that full strength? Yes, it is. And he's got an attached leader. Look out. Melee Grenadiers is 5 dice, and we're going to be able to re-roll 1 miss. French will be able to battle back, however. How many hits did we get? 2 hits. Cuts them in half. Oh, we get to re-roll 1 miss. We got flag, which can be ignored, so still just 2 hits. Drops them to a 2. 1 taking fire marker. They'll battle back with 2 dice. They can also re-roll a miss since they have an attached leader and it's melee. We got 2 hits. So they'll take 2 hits and a taking fire marker. And their starting strength was what again? A 4. So that's just a 2. Put that there. Boom, bada ding. Bada boom, bada ding. Okay. Now, I think in the core rules, every time a unit with an attached leader takes a hit, you roll for commander getting hit as well. I don't do that until the unit is eliminated. That's just a me thing. These guys, moving ranged fire line unit is going to be 2 dice. We get a hit and a flag. Flag can be ignored. Hit cannot. Drops from a 2 to a 1 and broken. Now has more taking fire markers than unit strength. Hence the broken marker. He cannot battle back as that was ranged fire. 2 more. We're getting there. This guy would be standing range fire for Austrian line, 5 dice. However, we're going to lose 2 of those dice for that town, which leaves 3. It's math. They'll take 2 hits and a taking fire marker. Seems like Austrians are getting some really good rolls here. All right, 3 strength. Austrian line unit, standing range fire, is just 3 dice. Drops to 1 because of the town. 1s, 2s, 6 can be ignored. He's done. That was the Austrian turn. 2 chits left. 1 French, 1 Austrian. What do we get? We get French. This will be the French right activating. French right has 2 broken units. Everybody within range. Leader here. 1, 2, 3. No. I'll see. That's interesting. So here's something I hadn't considered. You need to be within 3 hexes of a leader. Now, does it have to be a leader within the same section? Oh, see, there's that. Because if it does, this unit is out of command and I'd have to roll. because he's 4 hexes away from the. Nope, we got one here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's still 4 hexes away from his section. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I don't need to do anything with him anyway. I mean, maybe it's a waste, but they're content in this town. It's kind of like reserved, so let's leave them alone regardless. La, 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 la. But that's interesting to consider. I hadn't considered that little possibility. Should you adhere to your section leaders, or can you benefit from leaders outside of your section? I'll have to consider that moving forward. So these guys will move up. They're done, right? So easy to lose track of what I'm doing here. They stay there. They will fire. They what? They will move, but they can't do anything other than that because they're foot done. These guys will rally. Focus factor. Focus factor. These guys will conduct melee. These guys will fire. Gotta mark, again, I've said this in the past, but I mark all this stuff because it's easy to lose track of what the hell's going on. Who moved, who didn't, etc. These guys will fire. These guys shall rally. And it lets me know who did what and blah, blah, blah. We'll move them up 1, 2 right here. Done. With attached leader. All right, who's first? Who's what? What? Let's try and rally first. So these guys here. 2 dice 6, 7 or less. We did not do it. Nothing happens if you fail, but you stay broken, which is bad enough. So they're done. Let's fire with. Now on a 2 dice 6, obviously your average roll will consist of a 7. On average, you'll typically roll 7 more than anything else. So it's statistically advantageous to do it that way for the unit. This guy, 4 dice, in range fire. I think these guys are, we're down to 1 strength. And they're going. So victory banner for the French. Done. Have any more of these? Also, once again, I'm using the Warlord Prussians as the Austrians, as the Warlord doesn't make Austrians or Russians yet. We hope someday they will. We will buy them, especially the Russians. 2 dice. That is French light, though. Let's make sure that's 2 dice. Standing range fire, French light, 2 strength. It is 3 dice. What we get here? We got a hit and a flag can be ignored. They're now 1 strength, and these grenadiers have broken. It doesn't matter, really, because they're about to get eliminated by the next unit conducting melee. This guy right here, who is half strength, but we should be able to pull it off. Attached commander, we can re-roll 1 of those dice and melee. So 2 dice. And what do we get? We got a hit. So he's gone. Cannot battle back because he's gone. So there's another victory banner. The French really getting the rolls here this go around. I mean, really getting some good rolls for both sides. He will what? Present a problem, because when he retreats, where do we want to retreat? Let's go here. was going to say otherwise this lone unit's going to be out of command, but this Grinzer unit is good to go there. You know, well, this, that was here. Okay. I was going to say let's take ground or advance, but not going to do it. Not going to do it. Optional and commands and colors to take ground. Argue amongst yourselves. We have another unit that would like to rally. 2-6, 7 or less. We get an 8. So we have 2 French units that have failed their rally attempts. And then this artillery 2x range. Did we move? Doesn't show that we moved. So horse artillery, standing range fire, 2x range. Boy, that isn't much, is it? Really? Horse artillery. What the hey-ho? 1 die? No, 2 dice. Okay, 2 dice. That's a little better. We're going to lose 1 because we're in the woods. We got a hit. Lost its shit. Regained its shit. So what is that? Line, Austrian line will drop from a 5 to a 4 and gain pesky little taking fire marker. That's it for the French right. What next, you ask? Well, there's only 1 shit left, so that'll be the Austrians, and that'll be Austrian center. So a more even distribution, absolutely, with this method. Let's see if anybody's out of command before we start. We should really do that. 1, 2, 3. Yes, there is no. We're going like this, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we got this guy here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, everybody's in command. You know what? Well, we'll come back to that. I'm still taking that into consideration if you have to use a commander that's in your section, the section which is activated. We'll see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, everybody's in command, so we're all good. Well, who wants to do what? Let's move. 2, 3. Let's move what? We got 1, 2, 3. We could put them in a square. Look at all this stuff. All right, let's one thing at a time here. 1, 2. Was it 3 in not battle? That's right. So 2 in battle, 3 in not battle for light cavalry. They'll get to here. And did have this commander that was attached. They're done. How do I represent done? Upside down arrow, done. I need something to represent done. Guess I'll use these guys. There's just too much going on to lose track of what you're doing, so they're done. Then 1, 2, 3 right here. More light cavalry moving up. They are also done. Mark that. And again, facing when you move is relatively simple. You can turn 1 hex spine before the move and 1 hex spine after the move for no cost, no additional activation, whatever. That doesn't affect your single activation. So there's our 1 hex spine turn, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 hex spine. You can move wheel in place, but that'll cost an activation if you don't move. But you can wheel as many hex spines as you like. House rule speaking. These guys will fire, so we'll mark that. These guys, do you want to hang on the ridge and do nothing? Yes, we do. We will wait, more of a kind of reserve roll. Too much going on. Just too much going on. Fire them as well. We've got a lot of artillery that's going to be firing. Fire them. Fire them. Why would we not fire them? We will. And melee here won't have much on it. We're down to 3 strength. Can't really do anything with these guys. We'll keep them there. Light infantry 2 and not battle. Yes, 1, 2, done. 2, mark them is done. And then heavy cavalry, I believe, is going to be 2 and not battle. 1, 2. 1, 2, done. Let me check that heavy cavalry thing. Okay, stuff happening. Good to go. This guy would not sit there. I don't think he would move up, right? Yes. He's on the cusp, so he will activate as well. 1, 2. Okay. Again, lots of stuff happening here. Put that there. What first? Let's go with melee into the town first here. And that's going to be 3 dice dropping to 1. Well, we got a hit. All right. Fair enough. 4 strength unit is now a 3 strength unit with a taking fire marker. They will battle back with 3 dice. 3 dice? Yes, 3 dice. We get a hit and a flag. Flag can be ignored because of support. It cannot. What does that make them? A 2, and we need another taking fire marker for those guys. So now they're taking fire markers are even with the unit strength. 1 more and they break. That was a crow. That just flew across the table. What else? Let's dump some artillery into that hex. Well, that will be Austrian foot artillery at 2 hex range is 3 dice. 1s, 2s, 6s would even work. We got nothing but a 6. Light can ignore. No, they cannot. No, that's Austrian. Light can, yes. Nope, cannot. Cannot ignore. So they will pull back. Not enough for support. Criminy. Same deal. 2 strength artillery. Standing range fire. Foot artillery, 2 strength. Is still 3 dice. 3 dice it is. Whoa, big 2 hits. Drops them to a 2 and add a taking fire marker. He's finished. What else? More artillery. What do you say? This guy back here, that's horse artillery, so not much going on. Standing range, 1, 2, 3 hex range, horse artillery. Full strength is 2 dice. 2 dice, 2 dice, 2 dice. We got a 6 that can indeed be ignored and nothing else. So nothing doing there. And then 2 more. Got that big fat line unit there. Should be throwing 5 dice. Yes, 5 dice. Got the fresh French line unit. Got a flag. That's nothing. 5, nothing. 4, nothing. A 3, a nothing, and a 2. So that's 1 hit. and I'm taking fire marker. So 4, now a 3. There's really no point in the French hanging back like this in front of the ridge and trying to fire. We got to move up and do melee here. That's really what's got to happen. This guy here, what's he doing? Funny you should ask. He's going to throw 3 dice, actually 1, into that town. What does he get? He got a hit. So now he's down to 1, and this unit in the town is broken. So that's a turn of events. Put a red shit there. So there's that. And that is everybody's, all sections for both sides activated. The only interesting thing that came up that I hadn't considered was, should you, to be in command, have to adhere to your section commander? Or can it be a commander from another section? We'll have to run that through the computer. Chits back in the cup. That was turn 2nd round of victory banners. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't seem right, but what I'm counting is 6 banners for the French and 5 for the Austrians. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's right, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's right. Austrians really pulled ahead in this turn, especially on their right flank over there. So, yeah, all right. Not sure I have another turn in me. Let me think about this. It's hot in here. Weather's been weird. Cold, hot, and I got the windows, because these places are so drafty, I got the windows plasticed up, so I can't run the air. To do that, I'd have to take the plastic down on one of these guys. Not sure I can do that just yet. It's still a little early in the season. Thinking. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it, because this is the 2nd time today I've done this. So, again, any comments, questions, post them below, and I'll respond in kind. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.